Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from a chilling Nairobi. This is match number 5, and we are here live for toss number 5. We welcome you all to Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj LAXMANBHAI Construction Premier League Season 2, organized by Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj Youth League. Get ready for thrilling cricket, unmatched sportsmanship, and vibrant community spirit. We'd like to thank all our sponsors, especially to start with our title sponsor, LAXMANBHAI Construction Limited, live streaming media partners, EPCO Quarries Limited, Gulf Timber and Hardware Supply Limited, silver sponsors, South Sioux Farms, Apex Steel and Apex Piping, bronze sponsor, Broadwalk Mall and Woodways Kenya Limited, fuel partner, Silver Star Manufacturers Limited and Hariom Titans, man of the match partner, Chuja Blocks Limited, highest sixes partner, Sahajanand Creatives Limited, Dot Balls, MK Builders, Couple Timbers, Alpha Aluminium and BBC Auto Parts. Media partner, East FM. So we'd like to move towards the toss. To do the toss today, we have with us Mr. Tom Ticolo and the both captains. We have Mr. Razaz Kotaria and Nirav. We have the Purple Caps and Hariom Titans who will be locking horns. They'll be looking forward to get the much needed points after their first defeat in the first game. So Mr. Tom, you may proceed with the toss. Heads is the call. Tails it is. So Hariom Titans have won the toss. Nira, what would you like to do?
We like to bowl first.
Any reason behind the thought?
No, just we like to know the target and then we can chase it down.
Following your first game loss, is there any changes to the side right now?
Yeah, the Shubham Patel comes in for Yagnik.
For Yagnik. And good luck to you. एजाज टॉस नहीं मिला, लेकिन आप क्या करने वाले थे?
हम बैटिंग करने वाले थे। हमको लंबा स्कोर करना है और फिर हम आउट करेंगे जल्दी।
चलिए, आपका भी पहला गेम आपके तरफ नहीं गया, कुछ चेंजेस किया है आपने साइड में?
नहीं, सिर्फ इम्पैक्ट में चेंज किया है बस, और सेम टीम है हमारा।
कुछ डिफरेंट रहेगा पिछले गेम से अप्रोच, या आप अप्रोच सेम रखना चाहेंगे?
नहीं, हम बेटर तरीके से और खेलना चाहेंगे और जीतेंगे मैच।
All the best. So once again, the news from the center is that Hariom Titans have won the toss and they have decided to field first.
Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to day 5 of the Sri Kuchileva Patel Samaj Nairobi LAXMANBHAI Company Premier League T20 Season 2 here at the Kachileva Cricket Ground in Nairobi. Match number 5, day 5, match between Hariom Titans and Purple Cape. On your screen you can see the players from Hariom Titans. Hariom winning the toss and asking Purple Cape to bat. With you in the commentary is none other than myself, Dan Okinyo, and Prasad. Prasad, good evening. You conducted the toss. Maybe if you could tell the viewers the reason why Hariom opted to bowl first.
Well, I believe they would have really done their homework in terms of the previous games. Out of the 4 games already played, 3 games have been won by the team batting second. This would have also encouraged them to do the chase. And if you've seen the previous game that was played yesterday, it was the same wicket that they were using. And I'm sure the outcome of the game would have also encouraged Hariom Titans to decide the way they did.
Yes, sir.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there we go. Yug Kirai. Good shot there. Ball beating the fielder at covers for 2 runs. Immediately Prashak Hirani indicating his intention here to make sure that at least they pile a lot of runs, put runs on the board that can be defended. Prashag and Nikhil. Umpires, we've got Mokan and Shantilal. Shashikant, I beg your pardon.
So it is Prashant Hirani and Nikhil Hirani to start the proceedings for Team Purple Cap. Team Purple Cap would be banking on Prashant to give them a much needed start. He started off quite well before getting bowled by Raj Budia in the first game, where they were up against the Nairobi Capitals in the inaugural game of this tournament. But he would be looking to make his name or stamp his authority on this game, because there's a lot of expectations that the team will be having from him. Then how do you see from the previous games that has been spanning out? What would be your prediction for this game?
I'd like to see different results here from what we've witnessed. As we said earlier, that we've witnessed team batting second, winning. So I'd like to see if Purple Cap will be able to put a score that they'll defend. So something 160 plus won't be a bad score. It will give the bowlers something to work on. That's actually what I'm looking forward to in this match. If they can score, I won't say that for Team Purple Cape, but I'd like to see different results, and that results can come if they're able to put 160 plus runs.
Absolutely. What you need is crunch games that goes to the last over, not one-sided games, because these are those games that will also entice the crowd, bring in more spectators into the ground, I'm sure if Prashant Hirani is going to get going right now, you'll see all those stands getting full by the next 3 to 4 overs.
Yes, another reason, another thing that can get them into that score is that they should take full advantage of the power play. We've not seen most teams taking advantage. By taking advantage is like if they can be able to score over 10 runs and over, that will give them around 60 plus runs. But in most cases, we've seen even a score lower than less than 40. So they need to have that good start. And talking about the start, they've started with 3 runs in the first over. Ukerai just conceding 3 of Prashant Hirani.
I mean, if you would have observed the game yesterday, while chasing 152 rather, the team had actually a very good strategy of going into the power play, and they were attacking the bowlers, and they made sure that they got almost more than 60 runs in the power play, which made it much more easier for them to be able to chase down 152.
Second over for Hariom Titans.
Mahendra Shiani to bowl the second over of match number 5 of the ongoing SCLPS and Nairobi LAXMANBHAI Company Premier League T20 Season 2 match between Hariom Titans and Purple Cap. Once again, we're thanking all the sponsors that have made this event possible, starting with the main sponsors, Nairobi LAXMANBHAI Company. And again, this year we've got new initiative of planting trees for every dot ball that is bowled in this tournament. A tree will be planted. Good shot there, but unfortunately Prashant Hirani is caught out. Purple Cap lose their first wicket in just 7 balls of match number 5. That was a hard shot there. Could see disappointment. Hit it very hard, but couldn't go past the fielder at covers. Krisharia, lovely catch. Yeah, that's a very good opportunity. And also you can see that Shubham Patel is also making his first appearance in this tournament. He didn't play the first match. Now he's there, and maybe he has brought good luck because their wicket, they have a wicket in just 7 balls. Coming in as Azaz Kotaria.
As you see, Dan, Shubham Patel brings in a wealth of experience. He's been in the domestic circuit for a long time, and I'm sure the Hariom Titans are going to be very happy, and they will feel more confident at the return of Shubham Patel. Having said that, Mahendra Shiani has been very good even for them in the first game. If you see the way this tournament has happened so far, medium pacers, especially with the new ball, and also the faster ones have been doing really well, and they've been able to, especially those ones, have been able to get the ball to shape away from the righties, and some of them even shaping in. So we because of the conditions, the wicket, which is offering a little bit of extra bounce, and the way the bowlers have been bowling, it's quite encouraging to see good seam bowling in this tournament so far.
Lovely shot there. Good use of the feet. And that brings up the first boundary. Aziz Kotaria just getting his first boundary in just his second ball. Lovely shot. We are watching empty benches there, but I'm sure in a few overs to come, they'll be filled up. And maybe that could be there due to the heavy traffic that is common in Nairobi.
What a beautiful cover drive from Ezaz Kotaria. What a great way to start his game. He looks confident and the intent is very clear. Follows it up with a front foot defense, and the bowler also right on the money. Mahendra Shiani offering no width at all. Slightly correcting his line, coming towards much closer towards the stumps and making sure it's a dot ball. As you would have followed in the previous games, there's a great initiative by the Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj Youth League of planting a tree for every dot ball bowled in this tournament.
Yeah, now Mahendra Shiani has 2 trees already, and that's the third one. Something I've noticed also today is that Vishal Bojani, who played as a wicket-keeper on the first match, today has swapped places. He's now into the field, and Mehul Patel is the wicket-keeper. So it's a good thing to see that Vishal can double up as a wicket keeper. End of the second over. Purple Cape are 8 runs for loss of 1 wicket.
After 2 overs, Purple Cap on 8 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
Just after 2 overs, I'm being joined by Raj Bodia. Yukerai to continue. Once again, getting behind the ball, Aziz Kotaria. Raj, welcome.
Asante sana Dan.
Yeah, Raj, maybe if you just tell us, it's day 5 of this tournament. You are part of the organizing committee that has actually made this event possible. How will you sum up the last 4 days of this tournament?
I think so far everything has been going well with the blessings of the Almighty. It's up in there, lofted shot there by Izaz. A fielder underneath, the captain puts him down. And that's a life there for Izaz.
It's a big life there, Raja. We all know Izaz is a very dangerous player, and that could have been a big opportunity for them. And that could have even made a big difference between winning and losing. But anyway, we are into second, we are into the third over. He's disappointed. Look at his body language, a disappointed one. Yeah, Raj, you're talking about the progress so far.
Progress has been very well, and we're on day 5 right now. The only thing we can all see and can feel is the cold of Nairobi. Otherwise, for those who are playing and all the viewers, I believe they're all enjoying. Even being the cold in Nairobi, people are coming in large numbers and witnessing these tournaments, making it even more special.
Interesting that somebody is talking about cold. He has nothing. He's just in a t-shirt. Anyway, I do agree it's very cold. Especially today was very, very cold. As I am talking to you, I have 3 jumpers with me, and I still feel that I should be added maybe 2 more.
For that, you'll have to make some purchase from the nearby stores and try and get rid of the cold. Do remember, you're sitting in a comb box, which is almost 90% closed, and you're still feeling cold. What about all the lads who are on the field?
We just saw from the last shot there of the spectators and how people are dressed. It's just a confirmation that it's not a good weather to be in at the moment. There's a run there. Aziz made it clear to Nikhil that we need to take that single.
A touch and go there for Mizaz, making it very easy on the other side, rotating the strike. Nikhil Hirani to face the last ball of Hughes, second over. Over the infield, passing through the mid-on fielder. A welcome boundary for the purple cap in the form of Nikhil Hirani.
Yes, with that boundary, we come to the end of over number 3 and score is 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. Yukirai has been the second Test ball 2 overs, conceding 10 runs. Mahendra coming for his second. Big shot there. Rolling all the way to the boundary. Second boundary in a row.
Bowling the 4th over for Hariom Titans.
Purple cap.
Mahendra Shiani.
Good to see that even as much as singles are coming from these 2 batsmen, they are also able to get those boundaries. As we had my colleague had said earlier that they need to put on a very good score for the power play. Already now they are 19. Another good shot. Big hit there. Bring another boundary. Isaiah Kotaria trying to capitalize on the remaining balls in the power play to see how much his team can get into. That will give his team a very good foundation as we head. Will give them a good foundation as they continue with the remaining overs. Back is Prasad. Is back Prasad. Two boundaries in this over from Mahendra. From Aziz Kotaria. Does that actually stick to the plan that maybe we had thought they are going to have for these first 6 overs?
I think Neeraj and the whole team is going to be extremely upset about dropping Azaz Kotaria while he was just on 5 runs. It was a regulation catch, nothing difficult, a straightforward catch. Unfortunately, it was dropped. Yesterday, we remember, Manish Kirai was dropped in a similar fashion by Tom Ojijo, when he was on 6 or 7 runs, he went on to score almost 40 runs for his team. Valuable runs. But luckily Tom and the whole team would be happy that they eventually ended up on the winning side. The Polora Dragons, who clocked 2 points yesterday. Good delivery from Mahendra Shiani. Gets it to move away from the right-handed Nikhil Hirani. Nicely shaping away. Getting a little bit of extra bounce as well. He's hitting the deck hard. And the surface is also supporting him. Some extra bounce. Really hurrying the batsman. And the batsman not able to play the way he would have wanted it to be. And that brings us to the last ball of over number 4. Drifting towards the leg. A big heave towards the cow corner. Batsman not able to connect it well, but he'll still manage to get a single. And with that, we are coming to the end of the 4th over. And the score for Purple Cap is 25 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
After 4 overs, Purple Cap won 25 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
Then you have to also appreciate the players. As much as it might sound to be very cold outside, it can get very chilly. I mean, you yourself were feeling it sitting inside the comm box. You could imagine the plight of the players who are right there on the middle of the ground. Of course, the energy, the adrenaline will keep them warm still. But still, it is not easy, especially for players who are coming from India. You have to understand, there are professional players who are still coming from India, especially for this tournament. It takes a bit of a time for them to physically adjust themselves. As first of all, as you know, Nairobi, we are on a high altitude. The oxygen levels are not similar to what they would be used to playing when at the subcontinent. So this would be this could be an adjustment that usually that the batsmen and of course the fielders, when they're fielding, will need to make the adjustment, and this can really tie them down very quickly. Big heave. Still lucky enough that the ball lands in no man's land. He manages to get a single.
Coming back to the
And this brings Azaz Kotaria back on strike. He looked to let loose in the previous over. Hit some nice shots. He started off with a beautiful cover drive, piercing through the covers, and he followed it up with additional couple of boundaries. It will be interesting to see his approach against Ukerai in this over. Length delivery and punched on the back foot by Azaz Kotaria. It had 4 runs written all over it the moment it left his bat, and the fielders could only watch it sail, and the crowd also acknowledges it with a great cheer. Done. This over would be interesting to see, because Azaz has just decided that he is going to cut loose, and he is going to be the man who's going to take the attack to the opposition.
That's the price sometimes you pay for letting somebody over Azaz caliber off the hook. Again, sensible batting there. Hit a 4, but knew after that delivery that actually it was difficult for him to go for the boundary once again. But what did he do? He just looked for that single and putting Nikhil on striker. Just again, another positive thing is just to get Nikhil also involved in the match, because sometimes you see that when one batsman decides to go, the other one becomes a spectator.
Precisely what was happening in the first game when Nairobi Capitals were playing against Purple Cap. In the meanwhile, there's a straight drive from Nikhil. The fielder at mid-on will cut it off, but it will not be able to cut the single. He still gets a single and moves on to 8 runs from 8 balls. In the meanwhile, his partner, Azaz Kotaria, looking good, looking dangerous. You would have also observed, Dan, that the way Azaz Kotaria is standing, he's standing 2 steps after the crease to make sure that he's able to negate any swing that Yukerai might generate, because if you would have, I'm sure his coach and the teammates would have observed the previous games, there's a lot of swing that the fast bowlers tend to get during the initial overs, more so in the first innings. And Yukerai is bringing the ball in nicely towards a righty. So this could be the reason why Azaz decides to. In the meanwhile, another big heave from Nikhil this time. He finds the fielder, Mahendra, and he makes no mistake, and that marks the beginning of the first wicket for Hariom Titans, and also, sorry, I correct myself, the second wicket for Hariom Titans, and this time it is Nikhil Hirani who will have to take the walk back to the pavilion.
A runner ball there from Nikhil, 8 runs from 9 balls. At least I'll say that is not actually wasted any he hasn't wasted balls. He swung very hard, but actually did manage to connect it as he intended, and with that Purple Kepa lose their second wicket for just 33 runs after 5 overs.
That brings in the experience of Nilakash Tambe. Nilakash Tambe, the man with a number 001. Wish it was 007, the James Bond done. But he batted really well, much like a James Bond in the first game. He did well for his team. But on a replay, if you really look at the shot, that was a big heave towards the leg side. He was actually not playing the ball to the merit. And on a replay, I'm sure his coach, his captain would tell him, and he himself would be quite disappointed to get out in this fashion.
I wish he could have tried to play the ball towards long off. Probably he'll still be batting, but he intended to play the ball onto the leg side, and unfortunately perishing there. Nilakash Tambe, he's been having a very good season in the domestic league, NPCA Super League. And on the first match here, he came in a bit late. Now today I've seen him coming at number 4. That shows that they know his ability and what he could do. So him with Azaz Kotaria, if these two will be able to stay here for some time, then they might end up doing a lot of damage to Titans.
Yeah, so far, Hariom Titans would still fancy themselves to go hard at the remaining couple of overs, as long as they have Azaz Kotaria still playing there. He looks good. He's been living dangerously, but he looks good. He played couple of, in fact not couple, 3 or 4 nice good boundaries he's already hit across the ground. Nilakash Tambe flicking it off his pads, getting a single. Will there be are they going for the second run? Denied by his partner Azaz Kotaria. So we have a left arm spinner who's come to bowl, Samar Gajjar, on the 5th over in power play, which is, even we saw that yesterday and the previous days as well. The teams bring an extra bounce there. This is exactly what I was talking, Dan. This is something that we've actually seen from the other teams also. They're using it as a ploy to bring in a left-arm spinner, especially when you have 2 right-handers playing. And we've seen yesterday Dev Patel brilliantly using the conditions to his favor, keeping things very tight when the fast bowlers were going for runs. When Chandresh was going after the fast bowlers, he was finding it difficult to go after Dev Patel. He was also getting a little bit of extra bounce, and he was using the arm ball and was also mixing it up well by hitting the deck. So this seems to be a ploy from most of the teams to bring in a left-arm spinner during the power play.
Yeah, it has worked, keeping in mind that previous over, despite having a wicket, Aziz Kotari had shown intention, scoring the 2 boundaries in that over. So what they needed an over that will cool out things. And we've just seen this over already with only 4 balls and only 4 runs, and we've just witnessed that how that
What
ball
a delivery that was. I'm sure Samar is also is very excited, and so would be the keeper. Shaping up on the seam, going away from the righty batsman. Some turn, some bounce. It is all happening at the electrifying atmosphere of Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj Cricket Ground. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, if you are in and around Nairobi, you know in the evenings the place to be. The Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj grounds. Cricket happening at its best. Electrifying atmosphere. Lighted stadium. Brilliant cricket happening. Lot of great players from abroad and also from the domestic circuit. If you are a cricket lover, go nowhere, look nowhere. Just come over to Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj grounds every day evening until the 15th of August.
That's 1 month of cricket, night cricket. So it's a good initiative once again, at least keeping us hooked for cricket. 2 months ago, we witnessed international cricket. There was an IPL. Good that we also have that kind of initiative here. All the players in the country have been involved, and as you said, even foreign players bringing the experience. And the experience that we're witnessing now is from Aziz Kotari at 24 from 19 in just 5 overs, if I'm not wrong, because he came in at the end of the first over, and Kush Vekaria bowling the first over after the power play.
Kush has been very impressive in the previous game. He's got a very different, unique action. His release is quite different from the usual release that you would see, and that could also be the reason why he's been able to find some success early in his game. It would also be interesting to see how he performs as he grows up, because I'm sure he's a very good young lad. As he becomes a little more elder, he becomes a little more stronger. He's going to generate more speed, especially because he's got a high arm release. Only thing he needs to do is find a little bit of more control because of the way he releases. If he's able to hit the right areas, he can be a very dangerous bowler as he goes further growing up.
Yes, yeah, you are right. Even they find that these kind of tournaments, this one, especially this one, has brought in some, have given opportunity to upcoming players, and Kush is one of them. So he's going to pick some lessons from this tournament, and hopefully he's going to become a better player as the tournament, at the end of the tournament, because I'm very sure for now coming into ball over number 7, there's something that the coach and the captain of Hariom Titans have seen from him. So it's our belief and the belief of everybody that he's going to grow as a cricketer. There's an appeal there for a run out. He was back. He was in his crease by the time the stumps were being dislodged. What we are not sure if he had contact with the ball, but all said and done, there was no run out. Good shots there from Nilakash Tambe, but unfortunately not resulting to any run, as Hariom Titans have kept it tough as far as fielding is concerned. Already 3 dot balls in this over. 3 more trees.
This is exactly what I told you, Dan. Kush Vekaria, good young prospect, right on the money from the over number 1, and he's actually been making sure that whatever it was the duty that the captain has entrusted on him, he's doing it perfectly well in his first over. And with that, this brings us to the end of the 7th over, and the score is only 40 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Gajjar bowling his second. Good shot there from LAXMANBHAI, brings up his first boundary. Good shot there, opening up his arms, getting to the pitch of the ball, and resulting into the results that Purple Cape, who are 2 wickets down, are looking for.
LAXMANBHAI was also the highest scorer for Team Purple Cap in the first game. He scored 37 runs from 44 deliveries. He was the only one who could get to that number, past 30 runs in the first game, where they had a poor outing against Nairobi Capitals, where unfortunately the captain himself, Azaz Kotaria, could not make a mark. He would be looking forward to get some runs, especially since he's already got a foundation, getting 25 runs from 20 deliveries. He survived when he was only on 5 runs. He would want to make the most of it. But having said that, Hariom Titans would be looking forward to dismiss Azaz Kotaria and return him back to the pavilion as early as possible.
Lovely ball there from Gajjar. Managed to get the turn, beating the batsman. We are into the last ball of over number 8.
Catches the call, but it did not reach the fielder. That's a good comeback from Summer after being hit for a boundary on the very first ball. 5 dot balls he produced, ensuring that they were not able to get any more further runs. But at this point in time, Team Hariom Titans would still feel that they've been able to fairly restrict Team Purple Cap after the end of 8 overs. And as we can see, we just got a glimpse of the hard hitter, Hiten Vekaria, known as Donta, watching the game. We are going to be seeing him in action soon, tomorrow. Always a great prospect to see on the cricketing arena. Enjoys his batting and also makes sure that the crowd enjoys his batting.
Kush Vekaria, good start from him, coming into ball his second. Drifted towards the leg side. I think, if I'm not wrong, this is the first extra in this match. Just shows that they have had a very good bowling performance here. Team Hariom Titans. All the rest, 44 runs coming off the bat, and so just shows that actually they've really bowled well.
Kush Vikaria has been so far doing well. Ball again, drifting towards the leg side. Nudges it off his pads, gets a single, and Ezaz Kotaria with that moves to 26 runs. So far, except for a bit of extras because of the line that has been swaying towards the leg side, Kush has made sure that he's not allowing the batsman, the experience of Neil Akash Tambe nor Ezaz, to get the best out of him. That's a good shot, but I believe there's a protection. No, the fielder would not be able to cut it, and that sails across the boundary rope for 4 runs. Much needed boundary for the purple cap. Comes off the bat of Neil Akash Tambe, the high scorer for the previous game. They would be expecting Neil Akash Tambe and Ezaz Kotaria to have a move on from here. They need to start attacking. So far their run rate is less than 6 runs per over, and this, I have a feeling, Dan, that they might just decide to cut loose from this over onwards.
Yes, because they've got Azaz already settled, experienced, and that could be a good challenge for him. And also Tambe giving a lot of assistance there. If he gets any opportunity to score the boundaries, he's actually doing that. And also, most impressive thing is that they are really trying as much as they can to get singles. If the boundaries don't come, they are putting pressure on the fielders by getting those singles, and that has really worked in getting them to that score. But again, kudos also to the Hariom Titans, because the number of dot balls that are bowled in this match are very, very impressive.
Making sure they're invariably giving back to the nature, isn't it?
Yes, you are right.
This was a good delivery from Kush Vikaria. You would have seen that earlier, at least 3 balls in this over, he was drifting away towards the leg side, one resulting in a wide, another one going for a leg by. So he would be happy with himself, having bowled the right delivery, having found his rhythm in this over, a little better than what it was in the previous over. Neil Akash Tambe still standing outside the crease, trying to negate any good shot, but finds straight the fielder Vishal Bhojani, who makes no mistake. Good throw towards the wicket keeper, but he could not stop the single. Leaning down, hitting over the cover fielder, but the cover has dropped down, and the bowler makes sure that it's only a single, as he has since he has a good fielder in the covers, in the form of Vishal Bhojani. Steaming in again. Good release, good release. He's got a very high arm release. That was a good release. The line could have been slightly more better. Ezaz Kotaria looking at the umpire, hoping for a wide, but the umpire clearly not interested. It is well within the regulated line. And that brings us to the end of 9 overs. We are approaching the 10th over, and with that we are also approaching the strategic timeout. Tell me, Dan, we've been seeing the inception of strategic timeout for some years. What role do you think a strategic timeout plays in the course of the game, especially for the batting side?
It's a good initiative that was brought up by International Cricket Body. To me, it allows you as a team to sit back and plan and see where you are as far as your plan in that inning is concerned. Because for the fielding side, you will see that you are 11 of you. You are able to talk as a unit. But for the batting side, you find that you are the 2 of you. So you'll need that maybe the coach to come and tell you, actually, this is what is happening. The captain to come and tell you, actually, this is what is happening. Because sometimes find that in between the overs, you'll find that somebody will be sent into you'll find that somebody will be sent in to go and deliver a message. Maybe he won't deliver that message as with a lot of weight that the coach will have done or the captain. So I think the strategic timeout or any break that comes in this kind of matches is very, very important.
Another groundbreaking rule that the international cricket also came up with was the impact player. As you can see, the impact player concept that has come into the T20, I think it has really changed the complexion of the game, where a batting team, when there's a batting collapse, is allowed to bring in an extra batsman. A bowling team, when they're bowling, they're allowed to bring in that extra, they are allowed to get the extra comfort of having an extra bowler in the side or an all-rounder in the side. So what do you think of the impact player rule and the consequent value that it brings to the game?
One also is there are two things I'm looking at. One is that it gives you an opportunity to have an opportunity for an extra player, because already you will have your 11, but with an impact player you find that you have an extra player. Two, also it makes you also analyze the game quite a lot, whereby now you'll be looking at the match and you feel like in this condition, let us put our strong batter, let's rest him and we see how the conditions are going to be. Or you might even realize that maybe you're bowling and things are not going well as you intended to. Then you might decide, okay, let's have impact player go and sort out things as far as bowling is concerned. So it opens up a situation whereby now coaches are also able to think, to analyze the game as the match goes on. Because normally we'll say that you picked your 11 players. If things don't work, there's nothing you can do about it. If you look at football, you might have your player, you put your 11 players, you feel that my fullback is not in the game, my attacking midfielder is not actually playing as per the plan. So you can sub and bring in somebody new. Now, same now with cricket, I think the impact player gives us that opportunity to analyze the game and feel like actually whatever I was planning is not working and let me change.
Absolutely, well explained, and this is in fact those development and new initiations that we need, that develops the game, adds much more spice to the game, elevates it to the next level, makes it more interesting for the crowd, and this is what the game evolves. This is what we as commentators and as cricket enthusiasts want from the game. So we are heading to the strategic timeout. At the end of 10 overs, Purple Cap moves to 59 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Kush Vikaria back in action after the strategic timeout, and he seems to have been getting some message from his coach. Good ball swinging away from Azaz Kotaria, and the way Azaz was going after it, he wanted it to deposit it somewhere outside the Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj Stadium, and this also expresses his intent that he wants to go after the bowling right now. Good ball. There was a Yorker delivery. This time he brings it in towards Azaz Kotaria. So, Dan, how do you see the game progressing from now onwards? What should be the ideal score that the Purple Caps should be looking at the end of 15 overs? Because I'm sure they're going to be targeting first the next 5 overs before they decide to go after the bowling in the last 5 overs.
One thing that I've noticed, in the last match they lost, they were at 60 for 4 after 10 overs. Today, after 10.2 overs, they are 60 for the loss of 2 wickets. So they have 2 wickets safer. They are 2 wickets safer. And there's Azaz Kotaria and Nilakash Tambe, 2 main batters of Purple Cap. So what I expect them to do, or what's likely to happen, is that these 2, if they can be able to stay until the 15th over, maybe see in the next, if they can be able to get to 80 runs in the next 80 or 90 in the next 5 overs, then lovely shot there from Tambe. What a glance there for the boundary. Just watch. So his eyes is Kotaria. What a wonderful glance there to bring up another boundary. Yes, as I was saying, it's just a matter of if these 2 are going to stay here and maybe get to 80 and 90, then have 5 overs to go. Then it will be a very good, decent total that these 2 can, that Purple Cap can post.
That's a lovely shot, flicking of his pads. Azaz Kotaria gets 4 runs. A slower delivery from the bowler. Azaz could not be able to connect it well. One hand shot, but still manages to get a single. It would be interesting to see how Nilakash Tambe is also going to attack the bowling, because I'm sure he would have gotten his message from his coach that he needs to go after the bowling himself, because the way the wicket's going to be behaving, if it is similar to what we've had yesterday, the wicket's going to get better as they are going to chase. Looks like Nilakash Tambe wanted to cut loose. A safe shot, but doesn't manage to get to the boundary, but still manages to get 2 runs.
At the break, where I was able to have a chat with the Purple Cap coach, David Tikolo, and he mentioned that the main reason for having Nilakash Tambe going up at number 4 was because of his experience, and is able. He said that his team, the boys, panicked in the first match, but today he knew with Azaz in there, he needed somebody who can bat around him, and that's why he brought in Nilakash Tambe, and actually we are all witnessing it's happening.
That brings the experience of Satish Irani, an experienced seasoned campaigner representing the Sikh Union Club at the NPCA Cricket League. He would be wanting to bring his A game against these 2 batsmen who are looking to cut loose at this point in time, because that's what their coach and the management would also expect them to do. Driven down towards the covers, but Krish Haria cuts it from the cover boundary, gives only a single run. He's a very good fielder. He took a good catch early of Prashant Hirani. It was hit sharply back to him, but makes no mistakes. As steps down the field, Shubham cuts it, and it will be only a single added to the total of Purple Cap, and I'm sure this is not going to hurt Hariom Titans. They will be happy giving singles to Purple Cap. What Purple Cap batsmen should be looking forward to do is to convert some boundaries.
Watching at the shots that Neil Kashtambe is playing just tells you that they really want to go now they want to get as runs as quickly as possible, because his shots are different from what he would play the previous overs.
Yes, he's trying to create shots. He's trying to manufacture shots because Satish is a very experienced bowler. He's not going to give them any easy room or easy deliveries for them to score. He will make it difficult for them to score. This is exactly what he's doing. He knows his craft very well. So which is why Neelakash Tambe, known for his cheeky shots, is also trying to get Satish deviate from his concentration and to do something silly as he tries to manufacture some shots himself. Satish right on the money there, but still couldn't stop them from getting a single. 6 runs added to the total of Purple Cap, takes them to 74 runs for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 12 overs. They would really need to have a move on from here. They need another, in the next 3 overs, they would be expecting to at least have 1 or 2 big overs, if not more.
Yeah, if that happens, they might get to around 85. If they get around 85, 90, then that will be a very good total on the board as into the last 5 overs. Satish, 2 overs, 12 runs. Is really bowled well under the conditions with those 2 batsmen in the middle. There, you can see it's very, very cold. People having cup of tea, cup of coffee here.
Kush Vekaria coming back for his 4th over. So far he's been consistent, giving away only 20 runs after his 3 overs. The first ball, he was right on the money there.
Kush Vekaria, best bowling figures, 6 for 13. That's not bad for a youngster. Good run up there. And they are played across the line. And that's the end of Zezkotaria.
Kush Vekaria prevails here. He gets the fruit of some great bowling. He has been much more consistent immediately after the strategic timeout. Looks like there was some message being passed. He's been trying to bowl more towards the off stump line rather than swaying away towards the leg side, and this time reaping the benefits of some good bowling. The ball shapes outside and takes the off stump. Again, he was trying to cut loose as I was trying to hit towards the cow corner. Misses it completely and only could hear the sound of timber whispering through his ears.
And what a time for a wicket when the spectators are really quenching the cold with some cup of coffee, cup of tea. Jignesh Shirani is the new batsman. Another player that has been around the Super League of NPCA for Swami Bapa. Last match didn't have it as good as we'll have loved to, but there's another day.
A cup of tea, a cup of coffee, some samosas and some sixes. What more can you expect for a cricket lover? Done.
As we talk, we are being served here some coffee with none other than our co-commentator Raj. Jigna Shirani.
Raj is not only proving to be a great commentator but also to be a great host, treating us to some great savories, courtesy Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj Cricket Ground.
Yes, I can tell you that Raj knows how to look after his visitors. Jignesh opening his account there with a single. Kush Vekaria must be a very happy man picking up that prize wicket of Zez Kotaria. Wide ball. I think the wicket keeper has been very outstanding. He's not let any ball get past him. Maybe he's not also been able to get those tough opportunities to affect a wicket, but he's been up. He's been fantastic behind the stump.
You can see some smiling faces, the crowd enjoying the beautiful weather. Some great cricketing action at the Kachileva Patel Samaj ground. They've come with their families to be served with some great tea, coffee and some great cricketing action. We'd also like to appreciate the great efforts of our media team, Pavitra Live. They've been doing a fantastic and fabulous job in terms of bringing some great action from the action-packed Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj grounds, and equally supported well by our scorers, the experienced Chadwick and Maggie, coming together day in and day out, doing a fantastic job, making sure that every single run, every moment of the game is captured in the best possible manner. A big shout out to all the support team from us in the comm box. And a free hit in play. That's a no-ball signal by the umpire. Jignesh Irani hits past the bowler. Two fielders converging. Will they be able to stop it? Yes, it is. They've managed to stop it. But they would not be able to stop them from getting 2 extra runs. 2 runs added to the total of purple cap. Umpire slightly moving away. He almost hit the umpire. He seems to have watched the movie Matrix. He's got good reflexes still done.
Even at his age, Mokan was able just to move slightly. His reflex coming into handy. 13 overs gone. Purple cap at 82 for 3. Nilakash Tampe 25 from 27. Jignesh Irani just coming in this over and is on 4 of 4 balls.
The umpire seems to be impressed by Tom Cruise watching the movie Mission Impossible. So we are coming with that to at the end of the 13 overs, 82 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Prashant Hirani, who started along with Nikhil Hirani, and then Ezaz Kotaria. 3 batsmen who are back to the pavilion. Jignesh Hirani and Nilakash Tambe would be expecting to get some good overs under them to be able to score, to push the score, which is right now at 6.31 run rate. Cut by the extra cover fielder. That's a single run. That's a big hit. It's a mighty blow. Has it gone all the way? We wait for the umpire signal. It's a 6. This, in fact, is this the first one done or is it the second one?
I think, if I'm not wrong, that's the first 6 of this inning, of this match. And the fielder, had he been on the boundary, then could have been a chance there. He was about 3-4 steps inside the boundary, and with that missed an opportunity there. All said and done, Nilakash Tambe seems to have changed his gear.
Trying to sweep it. Only manages to find the fielder. Mahendra, he was quick to respond. Restricts Nilakash Tambe for yet another single. But they have now gotten a move on with the 6. They would want to make the maximum out of this over. They already got 8 runs of 3 balls. Good delivery, shaping away from Jignesh Shirani. Satish Shirani comes back again. Lofted shot from Nilakash Tambe. Just falling short of the fielder there, Shubham Patel. Good fielder. But he could not manage to reach. It was well short of him. That brings us to the last ball of this over so far. It has been a good over for Purple Cap. Let's see what they're going to make out of the last delivery. Rocks onto the back foot, tries to punch it. Some good fielding again by the captain himself. Otherwise, this could have actually gone all the way to the boundary. Restricts Nilakash Tambe to a single. It's been a good over so far for Purple Cap. They managed to get 10 runs off this over, pushing the score to 92 runs for the loss of 3 wickets.
Six overs to play. Already they were 92 for the loss of 3 wickets. Happy to be having wickets in hand. But what matters is that what will that do in the next, the remaining 6 overs. We've witnessed situations whereby you've got wickets in hand, then there's a collapse that keeps you wondering what was the reason of having keeping them in hand if they are not going to come in and help the side. Sama Gajjar coming into bowl his 3rd over. He's been very impressive. 2 overs, 8 runs. Good start there from Sama. Beating Tambe. As I say, the wicket keeper has been good, outstanding.
Slog sweep. And makes it all the way to the 6 runs. Good shot from Nilakash Tambe. That was his favourite shot. Slog sweep. Seized the opportunity. His eyes lit up at the sight of the length. And he makes no mistakes and hits it all the way towards the cow corner. Gets him much needed 6 runs of the 2nd delivery. And he is going to put pressure on Samarth. Extra bounce. Time and again, it has been the extra bounce that has always surprised the batsman. And this time around, he hit the deck again and the deck supporting him. Some are getting a little bit of extra bounce there. Following it up with a quicker delivery. Pushes Nilakash Tambe towards the back foot, but he still gets to manages to get a single. Driving towards long off. With that, I'd like to welcome Raj Budia back to the comm box. Raj, a good game shaping up after a slow start. Now Purple Cap have been trying to find their foot with some good meaty blows from Nilakash Tambe. Back-to-back 6s in 2 consecutive overs. Last over they got 10 runs. This over they're looking poised to get another 10 runs. How do you see the match progressing from here now?
So 14.5 overs, 100 up for the Purple Cap. 5 more overs to go after this. In 5 overs, with the likes of Nilakash Tambe at the crease, we look like the score would definitely be over 140 to 150.
There's a review for the from the umpire for a run out. There's a run out appeal. Umpire, the news from the center is that after reviewing the third umpire has decided to give it not out. Experience of Paul Anjere coming into play. Those eyes strongly focused along with the camera, more focused than the eye of the camera, and decides to say it is not out. A run out chance went begging.
It looked like Summer didn't really collect it, and there was a bit of a fumble, and in that period of time the batsman just made it in ground.
Absolutely, batsmen made their ground comfortably because of the small fumble. At the end of the day, as we always say, Raj, it's all about those small inches, small minor things that matters at the end of the day.
In fact, not the inches and the millimeters.
Absolutely, yes. Even those small millimeters that will count.
But a good learning there that every cricketer should see is the way Nilakash Tambe was coming back to the crease. While his bat, he's sliding it from the outside of the crease towards the crease.
Nilakash Tambe brings in a wealth of experience, having played good level of cricket in India. He came in as a professional for the Ruraka Cricket Club in the Nairobi Provincial Cricket Association League.
And now has become his home.
Absolutely. I think Nairobi has become a home for a lot of cricketers who come from India as professionals before realizing the wealth and the warmth of cricket in this country and eventually making it home.
Definitely, for sure. And that's a wide down the leg side. Mahendra Siani coming back for his third over, giving out only 15 runs in his first 2 overs. Let's see what the Purple Cap have got in their bags for the last 5 overs.
Mahendra Siani running in, nudges it, cheeky runs. It looks very deliberately played by Jignesh Irani, but good thinking. It had an extra bounce, it was moving away. He just decided to put his bat there, as he knows, guides it towards the third man area, as the third man fielder was inside the 30 yards, and he also knows that there was no slip behind. So the moment it left his bat, it had 4 runs written all over it.
And one thing that you could see there is the presence of mind that Jignesh had, and he's looking at each and every fielder placement, so he knows where exactly he can play to make sure that they get the most of the runs out of a particular ball.
Well, we saw some great batting, something similar from earlier, the captain of Purple Cap, Azaz Kothari as well, who was also using the field positions to his advantage. Similarly, we saw some great batting from Chirag Sisodia the other day. He was batting beautifully well, utilizing the field positions, guiding the ball towards the boundary, not just power hitting, showing that good technique and good presence of mind, as you really put it, is also equally important and can actually go a long way in terms of getting you runs, and not always power hitting.
Rightfully said, and that is what we were also discussing a few days back with our co-commentator Mitesh, that T20 game is not a game of just power hitting, but it's also a game of presence of mind, and also how to play around with the fielders and see how you can try and get the maximum number of runs that for every ball that you've been bowled to. So this is how interesting cricket becomes.
And however, the crowd would be rooting for some good action in the last 5 overs. Nilakash Tambe seems to have heard it from the crowd, trying to hit it towards cow corner. Got a bit deceived by the extra speed, extra bounce from the wicket. The ball hurrying onto him, not allowing him to free his arms. And as a result, manages only a single.
And with that single so far, the Purple Cap would still be happy about the scores they have got already for this over. Last ball being bowled there by Mahendra Siani. Easy single being taken there by the batsman. 9 runs off the over. 9 runs off the over, bringing the total to 110 for the loss of 3 after 16 overs. Four overs of action to come up. On the background we can see the UAP towers, brilliant lighting there. A match summary, Nilakash Tambe playing on 43, Izaz Kotaria who scored 38 runs. I feel that Izaz became a bit slow even after getting a life. Maybe right now the a Purple Cap total would have been another plus 20.
You are right, but I think also because they usually say once beaten, twice shy. Remember their first match how they collapsed, and I think they didn't want to have a repeat of that. And also having Tambe around him, they were able to settle in. It's just unfortunately that he got in a little early. He needed at least to play until the 15th over. Then maybe they could have gotten to that the total we're talking about. The issue is just that maybe he got in 10 or 15 balls earlier.
For sure. We could see a brilliant piece of bowling there from Summer. And I think, yes, even if Izaz getting a lifeline and playing a bit slower is because the wicket is a bit bouncy. But the good thing is he's set a platform for the Purple Caps.
He needed that, and as I mentioned earlier, I spoke to the coach David Tikolo and asked him what has changed today's match, and he mentioned that the boys panicked in the first match and they don't know where the panic came from. And today the major change that he did was to bring Tambe up the order, and Tambe has lived into. He's really proved the coach right. He's really done the job that the coach really wanted him to do. He's there already on 44 from 39 balls. What else will we ask for him?
Brilliant. Just 6 runs short for a half century for Neil Akash Tambe. On strike, ready to face Samar.
What a shot there. One thing I enjoy about Tambe is like he has a number of shots. If he decides to go up in the air to get the maximum, he'll do that. And then when he takes on those singles, he's able to play on any shot.
And that is a positive sign for any batsman, because playing around the field is one that becomes very difficult for a bowler as well, to decide on what line and length to bowl to a particular batsman who's playing 360 degrees.
And even for the fielders, you don't know where to place your fielders, and that one actually, that's Raj, that's something that I never like to experience from my captain to experience that, because each and every ball you need to change your field, and that actually makes the fielders tired, get confused. Yes, done with 17 overs. Purple Cape on 114 for 3. It has been a good over from Sama. Gajjar finishing up his spell with no wicket but 21 runs. Coming into ball for the first time, Shubham Patel. That is Coach David Tikolo. Purple Cape coach. What a shot there.
Definitely what a shot. A change in bowling, and that brings a 50 up with a boundary 6 for Neil Akash Tambe. Rightfully applauded by the captain and the coach, David Tikolo. A nice way for celebrating with all the smiles on his face.
He's actually done what he was asked to do. Go in there, anchor the inning, and he's really done that perfectively.
Once again up in the same region, but this time round one bounce straight to the fielder just for a single. Dan, what do you feel about the change of bowling at over number 18? A bowler who's coming to bowl his first over with a set batsman like Neil Akash Tambe.
That's one thing that maybe they needed an extra bowler, but the problem is that they brought him at the wrong time. Maybe they could have brought him 5-4 hours earlier, and I just hope that it won't backfire on them. Already it's 8 runs. I started off with the 6, then singles, hoping that the scores won't be more than what we are witnessing now from his spell.
A short ball outside the off. Neil Akash Tambe trying to go over the off field, gets an inside edge, and his leg stump has been uprooted. Unfortunate wicket, but it's going to be a brilliant wicket for the Hariom Titans. With the replay you can see that. A quicker ball outside off. Neil Akash Tambe not in the greatest of positions, trying to play that shot.
He has done the damage already, but that was a very good knock, and you could hear the applaud from his teammates. Happy with his performance. He's done the work that was sent to do.
So far this over has been a mixture of emotions. 8 runs for the Purple Cap and a wicket for the Hariom Titans.
And not just a wicket of a danger man. Just getting in 50. Then what do? You manage to get that prize wicket. So I'm sure Subham will be happy, irrespective of the number of runs that will come from this over.
Definitely not sure. And that means with the wicket of Neil Akash Tambe, I feel that the Hariom Titans have definitely reduced the total by another 10 more runs.
You're right. Unless Pativ, Atav will put on us a performance that will make everybody here surprised. They've got 14 balls.
Trying to go for a big one, gets an outside edge, running towards the third man. Brilliantly done there by Kush. And 2 runs added to the total of the purple cap.
Subam turning up for playing for Sikh Union. Not so sure if he's played any match this year, because last weekend when his team was playing Sir Ali, he was absent. His team will be playing Nairobi Gymkhana this weekend. 2 overs to play. Purple Cap are on 124 for the loss of 4 wickets. Central batsman Jignesh Irani, runner ball 16. Pativ, Atav just getting in with 2 from 2 balls. Araj, 12 balls to play. Can they be able to get 100 and can they be able to get 26 runs from 12 balls?
So looking at 26 runs, that's a total of 150. And with the likes of Yug Kerai coming into bowl, the penultimate over for the Hariom Titans. If you look at Yug Kerai so far, has bowled 3 overs, given out just 18 runs, and has picked up a wicket.
So in short, you are saying that is a tall order.
For sure.
Keeping in mind that he only conceded 18 runs from 3 overs against Tambe and Aziz Koltaria. So these two have an uphill task if their team is to get to 150. Good start, good, a good shot there, midfielder. Is it going to the boundary? No. Good shot there, but only 2 runs. Still yet to see shots flowing from the 2 batters on in the crease. We've witnessed a situation whereby it's only 1 batsman taking on the bowlers. We saw when Tambe was in the middle taking on the bowlers, Jignesh was watching. So I'd like to see if these two will be able to put the bowlers on the edge.
Looking at that, that's going to be like a 50-50 chance, because when Nilakash Tambe was batting, Jignesh on the other hand was just trying to rotate the strike, give the maximum number of balls to Nilakash Tambe, and he didn't even try to go for a big shot. So at this moment of time, trying to go for a big shot becomes very difficult. And Yug Kerai, what a young lad, right away, with all the mixing of deliveries, what a slow ball he's got there. Almost a knuckle ball that is, well deceiving Patil, and just managing to get a single.
Raj, one thing that also I like to see is that if you'll be able to get to know how the young players have performed towards at the middle of this tournament, because one thing that we've picked up is that there are a number of youngsters. Good shot there, brings up the boundary. Yes, I was saying there's a number of youngsters that have been brought up in this tournament. Not just youngsters, but emerging players that have not been able to play a key role in their clubs, but they're being put, I'll say they're being put and deepened in this tournament. So we'd like to see how they are going to perform. So far, we've seen, like in this match, the 2 youngsters that have been given an opportunity to bowl, they have been very impressive.
Definitely, no, why not? And it's an opportunity to all the youngsters who've been around and who've been playing for different teams in the local league, that they got an opportunity to also play in this tournament, expose themselves, and try and also learn from all the international professionals that we have. Try and learn with different experiences from different players of different teams. Because you've been playing for your team with only your players, but in such a franchise tournament, you start playing with different players from different teams and you get to understand quite a number of things.
Yeah, because even if you look at a top tournament like IPL, every year it brings up a new player. So it will be good to say that come next year, we are going to say that this player was seen for the first time in action at top level in this tournament, and then maybe next year we are able to see and talk about his success.
Definitely, and this will also improve the game for these youngsters who are participating in the NPCA League, because we're going to finish this tournament by the 15th of August, and the NPCA League is carrying on till the end of October. So even the youngsters will get a chance to showcase themselves in the local league as well.
Last over. Score 135 for the loss of 4 wickets. 15 runs short of what we projected. And a water ball there from Mahendra Shiani.
Almost an outswinging Yorker. At the very last over, you can still see Mahendra swinging the ball.
And another thing that has really impressed me is that people that are really carrying the show, like Mahendra Shiani, are little known cricketers. We've not heard their name in cricket circles, but they're slowly getting into it. And as you said,
and what a way to come back with a fuller ball of the first ball this time round, pulling up the length a bit shorter, let's say a 3/4 length, a good length, and the ball swinging away. Jignesh trying to go for a big hit, just gets the finest of edges to Hiren Kerai, the keeper of the Hariom Titans.
And it's good to see Hiren coming in action. He's been outstanding. I remember saying that he's been brilliant behind the stump. And finally, he's been able to contribute to a wicket by getting that dismissing Jignesh easily.
Jignesh Kerai walking back to the pavilion, not really wanting the way it was meant to be. He would have been thinking that I was meant to finish the innings.
Yeah, I think he knew that. Having been there for about 7+ overs, I think he could have done that. But again, things didn't work for him thanks to Mahendra Shiani. As I was saying, Mahendra Shiani is one of the players that we've not heard much about him. But this tournament has given an opportunity for him to take the responsibility. And to me, as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the main bowlers for Team Hariom Titans.
Yes, definitely. Mahendra Shiani is not very known, but his cricket background has been there for the last at least 10 years. He played for the Kachilava team back in his days, at his prime. It's just that right now he's focusing much more into the daily life.
Yeah, talking about what he's focusing on, that's something also that has made Kenya lose some of their top players, because they're those players that when they are in their teens, they look out, they stand to be outstanding. They with the players that we look forward to in taking Kenya to the next level. But as soon as now they get into their mid-20s, yeah, that's a wicket there. Mahendra Shiani's second wicket in just 3 balls. What a performance from him.
Is Mahendra Siani going to be the man who's going to be the difference in the win and lose of this match today between the Hariom Titans and the Purple Cap?
I think if they happen to win, then trust me, he'll have made a lot of difference. Picking up 3 wickets, especially the early wicket, and then coming in to put to get these 2 wickets in the last over. Then, if they happen to win the match, I'll say that he's really played a very. They'll need to give him a standing ovation because he's really done well under the circumstances.
Definitely. You're at the last over where you're trying to look for 10, 15 runs, and he's not given out any runs so far in his 4 balls, and he has picked up 2 wickets.
That's good performance. That's why I just say that this tournament has really, so far he's really been outstanding, and we just hope that in the next 6 matches, in the next 5 matches that he's yet to play, his team is yet to play, he's going to continue putting on that kind of performance.
Definitely, and that is what now the experience is coming into play. It's a matter of seeing how the other teams will face Mahendra Siani after having followed the 2 games that Hariom Titans have played.
So that leaves the other coaches, the other 5 coaches, to actually do their homework, to know how come he is really making this kind of an impact.
So we'll get to know that as we progress into the future, to the coming of the tournament in the coming few days. Up in there, the last ball of the innings, and he picks a 3rd wicket. An easy catch there for Krish Haria. 3 wickets for Mahendra Siani and just a single run in the 20th over.
Raj, that's a very good performance. I think I just pray that his team wins the match so that he can go home smiling. But all said and done, that has been a very good performance from Mahendra. And with that, we come to the end of first inning. Purple Cup being asked to bat and scoring 136 for the loss of 7 wickets. So with that, players, do join us in the next few minutes for the second inning as Hariom needs 137 in 20 overs.
honored to have with us the newly elected chairman of Shri Kachileva Patel Samaj, Mr. Praveen Pindoria. Thank you so much, Mr. Praveen, for finding time and talking to us.
It's my pleasure to be with you.
So, sir, you have been here. You're seeing that the tournament is progressing well. How do you find this whole event, and what do you have to say about this?
It's excellent. People really worked very hard to make it success, and so far everything is going well.
So, how do you feel that this tournament is quite different from the first edition? This is the second edition, of course. How do you think that this has been different from the first one?
As a management committee, we always give a challenge to our youth team to perform better than the last year, and they always try. And we normally give them a free hand to do it better in terms of management, in terms of entertainment, and also the performance. So it's a challenge, and they normally do it always better and better.
So they keep making you even more happier than the previous time.
Yes, yes.
Look, the tournament, the whole tournament, the idea of this tournament is also to bring in the community spirit, bring in the community together. How has the community responded to this tournament?
Okay, it's not only for the community, we always support the sports to youth. So with the sports, yes, we try to bring the community together and to mix it. So we always promote the youth, and with youth, we bring the community together.
Fantastic. That's a great initiative. Also, this tournament has been largely backed by your title sponsor, LAXMANBHAI Construction. How important is their role in shaping this tournament the way it has been?
For any kind of tournaments, yes, all sponsors is very much important. But we are heartily grateful for the LAXMANBHAI Construction Company to support and to make it this event to succeed. And last year also he supported as a gold sponsor. This year they supported a gold sponsors. Yes, all sponsors is equally very important, but we are heartily grateful for the LAXMANBHAI Construction Company who is always supporting the community.
Fantastic. What message would you like to give it to the players and the teams who are participating? We see a great deal of competition. Everybody is competing, raring at each other. What message would you like to give it to them?
Okay, to the player, first of all, I think it's the most important that they join and they are willing to play. That's the most important. The second thing, I'll tell them to do your best, perform your best to make it a win and succeed.
Absolutely. So that's really nice of you. And finally, before we let you go, we'd like to know, what is your vision for this tournament to move forward? What is your vision of how you'd like to take this tournament forward?
Okay, for the youth, our team is really very, very active. Not only the crickets, we want to play all the sports. Yes, we are promoting the sports. That's our main teams. But in future, we are also trying to involve the women. For the girls, we can have a tournament like this for the girls also. So
absolutely.
For the any kind of sports, we always be ready.
That's an amazing thought. Once again, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. We're really privileged to have you. And that's it. We've heard from the chairman himself. We are looking forward to much more further initiatives from the Kachileva Patel Samaj, even more of women empowerment through women cricket. That's a great initiative from them, much like the other initiatives in this tournament. Over to the Combox.
To come and support the team, to support our child who is playing here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome to the second inning of the match between Purple Cap and Hariom Titans. Hariom Titans are bowling out Purple Cap for 136. Sorry, restricting them to 136 for 7 in 20 overs. Hariom Titans now need 137 runs in 20 overs. The match is about to bowl on the screen. It's the opening bowler for Purple Cap. Will they defend 137? Starting off with a single. Subham Patel and Hiren Kiraya are the opening batters here for Hariom Titans, and Kitashani, the opening bowler. Subham bowling, playing his first match, missing out to the opening match on Saturday evening. That dot ball there from Ankit Ashani. Big appeal there, but the ball, think the umpire wasn't bothered because of the height. Slow start here for Hariom Titans. Only a single from 3 balls. Purple Cap scoring 136 thanks to Aziz Kotarias 38 and Nila Chambes 52 and Jignesh Irani 24. Put in a very good performance today with the bat. Looked like they could have scored 150 plus, but Mahendra Siyane's 3 wickets in his last over dented their hopes of scoring 150. Good throw there, hitting the stumps, but the batsman was safely home. Last ball of the first over, already 5 runs. Good shot there. They are rolling on their way for the first boundary of the second inning. Good connection. What a wonderful pull there. After the first over, Hariom Titans are on 9 for the loss of no wicket. Shubham Patel and Hiren Kirai are the batsmen in the middle. Chasing 136, they need 128 now in 114 balls. Atarv Patel will be bowling the second over. Left arm bowler bowling over the wicket. We want to thank the sponsors of this tournament, partners that have made this tournament possible, led by LAXMANBHAI Company, were the main sponsors of Season 2 of the Sri Kuchileva Patel Premier League T20. Lovely shot there. Good piece of fielding, good effort there from the fielder at covers to deny Hariom Titans what could have been their second boundary of this inning. Just watch, did everything possible, and Jignesh put his body behind the ball and saved 3 runs. An opportunity there. That was a chance. Just shot. Prasad, an opportunity there for Purple Cap.
A chance went begging. I'm sure the captain, Azaz Kotaria, would have wanted to collect that. The ball dipping on him, couldn't make it. Atarv Patel has been so far on the money this game for the Purple Cap. Last game, he had gone for runs, a lot of extras, given his line was not appropriate, which costed him a lot of runs. Especially he was taken down on the 3rd over by the captain of Nairobi Capitals, Chirag Sisodia. But this game, he looks like a totally different bowler. He's hitting the right areas. Seems he's taken the learning from the previous game and he's applying it very well in this game. So at the end of the second over, Hariom Titans are 13 for no loss. They have two experienced batsmen, Hiren Kerai and Shubham Patel. Both would definitely know, and I'm sure their coach would have also given them the message that all they need to do is to hang in there, because with the total which is on the board, as long as they don't lose wickets and they keep building partnerships, it would be very easy for them to chase, because remember the required run rate is only 6.89, and at no point would they be putting any pressure on themselves if they don't create a lot of dot balls.
You're right, and there comes Jignesh Hirani. Had a very good outing there, batting alongside Tambe, scoring 24. Now he's been tasked in to come in and early on, third over, bring a spinner. Using the condition, knows the wicket is going to favor spinners, and there's no hesitation from Aziz Kotaria bringing in Jignesh early enough to see if he's going to put them, if he's going to make them get tempted to go on the attack. Good shot there from Hiren. And their boundary, beating the fielder. Put in some effort, but that was not good enough to stop Hiren from scoring another boundary. First of this over, and first delivery from Jignesh.
Stand and deliver, if I may use that word for this shot. A good use of his wrist, and it was good hand-eye coordination here. He saw the length, he saw it was going away. He just went after, just extended his arms and made sure that he got himself 4 runs. He didn't even bother moving his feet. If you can see on his replay, it was pure hand-eye coordination. And it's also very interesting and in fact very nice to see that he's playing the ball very late. He's allowing the ball to come on to him. He's not really committing himself to the shot. He realizes that this deck has some extra bounce, and I'm sure he was in a best position to analyze the wicket as he was the keeper of Purple Cap. Oh, sorry, my apology for Hariom Titans. So he had the best seat in the house to see how the wicket was behaving.
Good bowling there from Jignesh, recovering from that short ball that was dispatched to the boundary. Just hope from Purple Cap fans and the technical bench led by David Tikolo that is going to maintain the same kind of bowling. That will be a single, only one runner.
I still feel Purple Cap should be attacking them a bit more, because allowing them to settle down, allowing them to take easy single is not going to put any pressure on Hariom Titans, because they know deep down that they're not going to be having a run rate pressure. If you really look at this, if the mid-on was up, this was not a single. So you will have to do a little bit of extra attacking. This is where the captain will have to go up to the bowler and say, listen, we are not going to let them take those extra singles. We have to attack them so that they are not able to get the scoreboard ticking. You can only expect the batsman to do something silly only when he's put under pressure. This way you're allowing the batsman to just take easy. And having said it, at the same time we've got an inside edge. I'd be interested to see the umpire's signal look like an inside edge from the comm box here.
Yes, you are right. That was an opportunity there. And with that, we've come to the end of third over. Hariom Titans on 22 for the loss of no wicket. Requiring 115 runs in Nohano, 2 balls. Shubham Patel on 8 from 10. Hiren Kerai 13 from 8. Hiren Kerai looks like he's the man of the mission, knows what is needed from him. Experience, playing for the host here in the NPCL League, playing for Kachileva. And he's here, knows what is needed for his team to register, win, and improve their chances of a second round progression here.
Punches it nicely. The way Hiren Kera is playing, he looks like he's got a lot of time. He's playing with so much of ease. Little foot movement, not a big feet movement, but he's got a good extension of his arms, good hand-eye coordination, which we saw in the last over when he had picked up the off-spinner right outside the off-stump and deposited it towards the cow corner for a good boundary.
Artav Patel bowling his second over on Sunday. He picked up 5 for 18 as Stray Lions beat Kenya Kongonis by 9 wickets. He helped his spell helped Stray Lions bowl out Kongonis for 42 in just 20.3 overs. A target that Stray Lions managed to get in just 6.2 overs. So he's a bowler that can actually well kept there by the wicket keeper.
White signal by the umpire, and this is where Atharv has to really look back, or look rather into his own bowling and make sure that he does not give them the extras, because he became very expensive giving those extras in the previous game, and his team would be expecting that he would be very consistent, having delivered a first over very nicely. He steams in for the next delivery, goes for another wide, looks like it's yet another wide, and Dan Aquino, I just hope that we are not going to see a repeat of the second over of the first game against Nairobi Capitals, when he came, delivered a first over very well, and then ended up being super expensive in his second over. He would have also expect that it doesn't become another nightmare for him and his team.
Yes, if you remember very well, on that day he bowled 7 wides, conceding 40 runs from his 4 overs. Again, there's another wide, and this time is a 5 wides. That is already 7 wides.
I just hope that for the purple cap that we are not seeing a repeat of what we saw in the previous game. Athar is, I have seen him, as you rightly said, in the NPCA Cricket League. He's a good bowler. He shapes it in towards a right-handed batsman. But all he needs, and he's got also, he brings in raw pace, but he needs to get his length right, his line right. Are we seeing a change in the bowling end?
I think that I'm sure. Good comeback. I was just about to say, why don't he change his that's better now. He came in and bowled rounder. He came and bowled around the wicket, and that's a very good delivery. Hope that he's going to do the same in the coming balls.
And this is what the captain would have walked up to him and spoken to him, and that actually worked for him, and that angles in as a Yorker. Good delivery again. He hits the deck, angles it in, and makes sure it's a dot ball. So he's come back well, and his captain would be seriously hoping that he finishes off the next 2 deliveries in a good manner, so that they're able to keep the Hariom Titans quiet during the power play.
Plays for Surya Cricket Club in Pune, India. What a bowling. This, just see what he's done. He just changed one thing and it's working well for him. I wish he realized the same last weekend, because last weekend he kept on bowling over the wicket, and things weren't working. But today, immediately he bowled those 5 wides, he changed and came round over the wicket, and 3 dot balls.
I'm sure they would have had a coach, they would have had a discussion with the coach and the team management. They would have looked at it very closely, and if a similar situation arises again, they would have prepared themselves. And this is exactly what we see. As a result of the preparation, what has eventually culminated is a good over from Atarf Patil.
What a ball! What a comeback from him. Needing 108. Hariom Titans are on 29 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 4 overs.
See, this particular tournament has offered a lot for the fast bowlers, especially with the wicket being hard, giving an extra bit of bounce. That has always helped the fast bowlers. I mean, if you've seen, that's how Mahendra Shiani was bowling so well today. We saw Raj Pudia bowling a fantastic spell in the first game, and even all the fast bowlers who've prospered in this tournament, they've hit the length, they've hit the deck, gotten the extra bounce, hurried the batsmen, surprised the batsmen, or rather deceived them, and eventually they've got the results. Outside the off stump, some room offered. Shubham Patel was quick to latch on to it, drives it hard, and it sails past the boundary for 4 runs. That's the first boundary for Shubham Patel done.
Yes, you are right. He's been watching as the action was unfolding here from Hiren Kerai, and that boundary gets him on to 12 runs. Again opening up his arms, and another boundary.
This is not great bowling, especially having bowled a similar line and having suffered a mighty blow from Shubham, and knowing that Shubham is quite strong in that area. It was not a great decision or a wise decision to attack the same area. And unfortunately, not the case for Nilakash Tambe and for Purple Cap. Yet another 4 runs, however, for Shubham Patel, and Purple Cap and Hariom Titans would take it gladly. Now he's on the money now. He decides that he has to come in towards his pads, and this is exactly what he did. Similar delivery again, and a quick single stolen by the batsman.
I like how the bowlers are able to adjust. Tambe came in and quickly gave away 8 runs of bowling poor length and poor line. He came in, and we could see now, and also previous bowler. So it's good to see that the bowlers are able to adjust quickly. You have no time to try out something.
Good shot. What a shot. Pitched up. Room offered. Hiren grabbed it with 2 hands. Leans into it. Goes through the shot. Lofty blow between long off and extra covers. Yet another 4 runs. So far this over has been extremely expensive. 13 runs already scored with 1 ball remaining. Gets another single. 14 runs of this over. In fact, they've stolen 2 runs. This is excellent running between the wickets from Hariom Titans. The captain of Purple Cap, Chirag Sisodia, Azaz Kotaria, is not going to be very happy about it. Getting 2 runs on the last delivery, and this over, 15 runs done. Does it really change the complexion of this game?
Of course, now they'll know that they have put pressure on the fielding side. So I'm sure they're going to continue with that, and I'm sure that maybe the fielding side, that is Purple Cap, makes some they panic and make some mistakes. So as far as I'm concerned, now they're on the driving seat and they won't be backing off anytime now. Raj, welcome back. Coming in on Harion Titans are on 44 for the loss of no wicket. Previous, the last over, conceding 15 runs, Nil Tambe.
The only thing I'd like to say is I think where the difference has made today is that SP coming in for the Hariom Titans, he missed out the first game as he wasn't in town. And coming back in today for the Hariom Titans, a brilliant opener for the Sikh Union as well. And being a left-handed batsman, it's the lefty-righty combination that has made the bowling of the Purple Cap a bit uncertain due to the lefty-righty combination, because you need to bowl on different lines and length to each and every batsman. Both the batsmen are different. One is a right-handed, one is a left-handed. So according to that, it's becoming a bit difficult for the Purple Cap bowlers to adjust.
Yeah, you are right. And as I said earlier, is that you need to adjust as quickly as possible. You have no time to try out anything. If something is not working out, you need to change as quickly as possible. And that's sometimes it becomes difficult when you've got righty lefty batting at the same time.
Exactly. And at times we've been also been coached in a certain way to say that at any given situation like this, just go back to your basics. Just bowl to that line and length. Don't try anything fancy. Keep it the way it is. Let the batsmen do whatever they want to do. A brilliant ball there for Mizaz Kotaria, the captain, who brings himself in for the 6th over and the last over of the power play. Almost ball running towards, not really, but an inside edge. No harm at the scoreboard.
The captain knows what is needed of him. 2 runs so far. Good.
Up in there, straightly played, and what a catch that is by Ankit Asani to get rid of the left-handed batsman Shubham Patel on 18 runs. Dan, what you could see from this ball is you can see there was a bit of change of pace. For the beginning of the 5 overs, the bowlers that came in to bowl were just continuously bowling the stock ball. There was no change of pace. There was nothing like short of a length. There was nothing like a Yorker. And what we see with the experience of Izaz, coming in for his first over, tries to bowl a fuller. This is now making the batsman think of what the next ball is going to come up.
Yeah, that's what experience does. And personally, I don't think... I don't see the reason why Shubham had to panic. Yes, a wicket down. A wicket down for Hariom Titans. Satish Irani coming in. Sikh Union player goes out. Sikh Union player comes in.
Left-hander goes out, right-hander comes in. 46 runs for the loss of 1 wicket after 5.4 overs is the total standing in for the Hariom Titans. They require a further 91 runs to win of 86 balls. Just over a run a ball, required run rate of 6.35. Are they going to build a steady partnership from here on and take the first win. A shout for an LBW. Umpire says not out. Good shot there. Looking at the replay, looks like the ball is going to drift on the leg side. Could have been a tough decision, but all in all, it's what the umpire says. What a ball that is, an out-swinging delivery. And what an over from the captain of Purple Cap. Just giving out 2 runs and picking up the wicket. And that is end of the power play. That means the field is now open. 5 fielders can be outside the 30-yard mark. In comes to bowl for the Purple Cap is the youngster from the Kachileva team. A left-arm spinner, Sachin Siani. Straight away on the mark. No harm from Hiran. Respectfully played there.
Prior to this match, Raja, we've got 387 dot balls having been bowled, so which means that the course of the the Kachileva program has so far managed to get 387 trees that will be planted around, and 13 dismissal catches, and stamping has only been 3. What do you take about the number of dot balls?
So looking at the number of dot balls, you said 387 in a period of 4 games. So that's just over 80 dot balls per match. And we're going to play a total of 31 games. So that is almost nearly 3,000 trees that shall be planted at the end of this tournament.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a good analysis, Raja. So which just tells you that the tournament is going to make have an impact on the nature. One thing also that Raj, I wished could have happened is that as we see people putting on purple cap and orange cap, how I wish we had a green cap for whoever has many dot balls in the tournament. I'm sure it's not very late, and that's something that as you play, somebody just knows that one is the bowler that has really bowled and has contributed to the nature.
Definitely a good point to be picked there. And we'll try and see how much of an effort we can do there and try and get the green cap in action for this tournament.
Yeah, because if somebody, as much as we're fielding, people are happy with you. They feel like that whoever is fielding there, whoever is playing, has really contributed in the planting of trees in the country. Because we've seen the batters being acknowledged as the match goes on. And the bowlers also with their wickets are being acknowledged. So it would be a bad idea having dot balls. Yes, Azaz Kotaria coming into ball is second, having conceded 2 runs in his first over and a wicket, a big wicket of Shubham Patel. That's good bowling there. Experience coming in handy. Umpire just
So far, with the number of balls that Satish has played, Izaz, he's struggling to get the bat on ball, and that is what Izaz is making sure that he is trying to give as many dot balls as possible, trying to take the run rate up for the Hariom Titans.
And with that, what we're likely to see, you're going to see pressure piling. That's another dot ball. We're going to see pressure piling, and if that piles, they lose the plot, and it would be a surprise that they might end up losing a wicket any time from that.
Definitely, and this is what the non-striker Hiran needs to be very keen of. He shouldn't be carried away saying that Satish isn't able to score, so let me try and recover for him, and then he ends up losing his wicket.
Finally managing to get to the non-striker end and to give Hiren Kerai, who is on 22 from 20 balls, a strike.
Down the leg side, and it's a signal of a wide. Water ball there from Izaz Kotaria, and you can see from the celebration he's picked up one of the best wickets for the purple cap, taking the wicket off Hiren Kerai. As I was just previously mentioning, that the dot ball pressure from Satish asking Hiren to up the run rate. A fuller ball, Hiren gets an inside edge, losing his leg stump. And that's how pumped Izaz Kotaria is. So at the fall of 2 wickets, the Hariom Titans are on 52 runs after 7.5 overs. The run rate just at the margin of 7. Takes in the new batsman, Samar Gajjar, a left-hander professional from India.
Back into the left-right combination. Look at the celebration from the skipper. Knows how important that wicket was. Knows how big that wicket can change the fortunes of this match.
So far, a brilliant over once again from Izaz. The first over, he gave out 2 runs, picked up the wicket of Shubham. This over, he's given out 2 runs and picked up the wicket of Hiren with 1 ball to come.
Experience coming into handy here. Samar Gajjar.
A brilliant over there for the Purple Caps, giving out 2 runs and a wicket after 8 overs. Hariom Titans 52 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Hariom Titans require 85 runs to win in 72 balls.
Summary so far: Hiran Kerai 22 of 21 and Shubham Patel 18 of 22.
Good chase there for 2 runs. Youngster Sachin Devji Shiani conceded 4 runs in the first over. Keen to see how he's going to bowl this second now with the field open. Dot ball.
Do you think is a great move there done from the captain of Purple Cap? Samar Gajjar is a left-handed batsman and Sachin is a left-handed bowler who's going to bowl the ball inwards towards the left-hander. Do you think it's a great move when you have a left-hander in to bring a left-arm bowler?
I think that's a good one thing that I'll say that I've been saying it. This tournament is just a learning experience for the youngsters. Just also make them also think on the line they're going to bowl. Sorry to say, but you cannot do anything for him. Put him in that deep sea. See how he's going to react. And so far it has worked out for him because he's bowling onto his field. Because normally you expect that somebody feeling that before I adjust, you bowled a number of loose balls, put you under pressure. No, the young man has really come out very well, and good work to from the captain to trust him.
For sure, definitely, and you can see that the experience that the captain brings in for the team at the rightful time, bringing the rightful bowlers. And look at the way he just bowls. He's maintaining his line and length, asking the batsman to do much of what is required. However, good running between the wickets. 2 runs easily taken there by the pair of the Hariom Titans.
I think the fielders took it easy there. Thought it was one, and the fielder didn't put a pressure. Last ball from Sachin of this over. Good pace of fielding there. 2 runs to complete Sachin's second over. After 9 overs, Hariom Titans are 59 for 2.
59 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Hariom Titans
I was just having a look at the last 4 overs. 2 overs bowled by Sachin, 2 overs bowled by Izaz have just given out 15 runs, and they've got 2 wickets in the last 4 overs. Will this make a big impact in the run chase for Hariom Titans?
Of course, because now what they're going to do is that they're going to look at how much they need, and you could say they need 78 from 66 balls. You've got 2 new batters, because Satish, he seems to be struggling, and he's not that. Satish is not a big hitter, so pressure will pile on him, and he'll end up making 1 or 2 mistakes. Oh, spoke too soon. I spoke too soon, and he gets a maximum.
Dan, I think he heard you there, and he's like, don't tell me I'm not a hitter. I'll show you what I can do.
I take my words back. Good shot there from Sikh Union's bats all-rounder. Prasad, welcome back. 65 for 2, just into the 10th over. They need 72 from 65 balls. What a surprising shot there from Satish Irani. Up to now, the ball is yet to come back.
Well, it sounded to me that he wants to have some fireworks here in the stadium. That was a good shot, good reflection, good reflex, right? The ball was drifting down towards his leg side and he made no mistake. Nicely flicked all the way into the river, and I saw Paul and Jere running down with a set of balls. So the ball will be changed right now as Satish Irani has deposited one of it straight up the river. So Azaz Kotaria, the captain, continuing. Satish Irani decided to take him on. He's attacked him the first ball of the over, which means they can actually still make it a good over by getting singles and runs in the remaining five deliveries. Then we've always seen that even in international cricket these days, when you want to attack a bowler, you try to attack the first delivery. Because when you get a boundary or a 6 of the first delivery, you still, even if you manage to get the 5 extra singles in the remaining 5 balls, you still get about 11 runs in an over.
Yes, you are right. Already now, as you said, already 7 runs from just 2 balls. You are getting the bowler on the back foot, and also for the batsman, it eases that pressure on your side, because now they are into just past 7 runs and over. Good shot there, but only a single. Yeah, they are just past 7 runs mark for the run rate. Required now is 6.67, and they are scoring at 7 runs and over. So they are into the match.
The elegance of a left-hander coming into the equation. It's always a pleasure to watch lefties. Reminds me of the great Saurav Ganguly, the way he used to pierce the covers, pierce your offside. You might have 7 fielders or 6 fielders on the offside. He'll still manage to get a boundary. It gives me the way the straight drive was played on, gives a great reminiscence of how the great Saurav Ganguly used to play. To continue the proceedings, Azaz Kotaria steaming in. So far he's managed to keep things quiet for Hariom Titans, with the exception of the 6 from Satish Irani. Maybe another couple of more wickets and we can see a different game altogether. I can see a great game shaping up, which might just go towards all the way to the wire. That was a quick run stolen there, and that brings us to the end of Azaz Kotaria's over, and that would be strategic timeout. At the end of 10 overs, the Hariom Titans are 71 for the loss of 2 wickets. They need 66 runs in the remaining 60 deliveries, and as of now, the game is well poised. So Ankit Ashani has started the proceedings after the strategic timeout. There's a big appeal here. This has got even the crowd encouraged. They are shouting and yelling from outside. Big appeal here, big shout for a caught behind, but the umpire clearly not interested. The experience of Shashikant Sangani coming into play clearly seems to be not interested. Ankit Ashani has been right on the money. Looks like the coach has whispered those magical words in his ears. He's just bowling like a dream. And the first two deliveries creating all sorts of problems for Samar Gajjar with the ball shaping away from him. And yet another repeat. It looks like it has been an action replay. Oh my goodness, there's a single being stolen here. There's an appeal here. It's all happening at the Kachileva Patel Samaj T20 LAXMANBHAI Construction Nairobi T20. This seems to be an interesting contest between Purple Cap and Hariom Titans. As the match is progressing to the fag end of the innings, we are in for some great cricket. Joining me is Dan Aquino, all the way from Barbados.
Thank you. I wish I was from Barbados. Those that know me will say I'm from Busia. Yeah, as you're saying, it's all happening here. Second inning of the match between Hariom's Titans and Purple Cap. So currently 72 for 2, requiring 65 from 57 balls. A batsman in the crease is Atish Irani on 14 from 16, and Samagaja runner ball 9. It's just a span of 2 balls. We've seen some drama here. A call for a caught behind, which the umpire said not out, and then we had a run out attempt here. Once again, square leg umpire saying not out, but as we speak now, one of the players is just seeking some medical attention. On your screen, the two umpires, Mokana and Shantilal, having a chat with Ankit Ashani. Shashikant, sorry, beg your pardon, who is on talking to Ankit Ashani, who was just conceded 10 runs from 9 deliveries. Good bowling from the youngster.
Satish Irani back on strike. What would he be doing? Would he continue nudging those singles, taking singles and milking the bowling, or will he go for the dangerous lofted shots that he loves to play? He manages to get himself a single and gets past strike. Brings Samar Gajjar, who doesn't look very comfortable playing Ankit Ashani this over. He has been disturbing him, especially with his unique action and shaping the ball away from the righty. In fact, I beg your pardon, the left-handed batsman. We are awaiting the start of the game. A minor delay there. Some crowd intervention. This time, full delivery onto the stumps. Driven down the ground by Samar Gajjar. Get himself a single. He looks to go for the second run, troubling the fielders. But not to be the case. Collected well by the keeper, Dilkush Vikaria. 3 runs conceded only so far in this over. The captain of Purple Cap would be very happy with Ankit. It would be interesting to see how Satish approaches the last delivery. And with if we have another couple of overs done with just 3 runs or 4 runs, you will see the run rate creeping up and it might look a totally different game then. Shortish delivery. Hit hard but collected well. Is it Nikhil Hirani who has just taken the catch? Looks like Nikhil Hirani. This could be a turning point of this game. Yes, it is Nikhil Hirani. There's all smiles in the faces of Purple Cap players. And why shouldn't they be happy? They've sent Satish Hirani back to the pavilion. Short delivery, wanting to go the full Monty. Does not connect well and ends up in the safe hands of Nikhil Hirani. And that's wicket number 3 for Hariom Titans.
It has paid off. Disciplined bowling there from the young man has paid off. Look at his celebration. The wicket keeper running to give a thumbs up, a hug to Hirani. Satish Hirani being caught by Nikhil Hirani.
Again, if you really look at the review, Dan, you will see the extra bounce and Satish not able to complete his shot. The full extension of the arms does not come in because there is this extra bounce which hurries the batsman a little more. If he would have extended his arms completely, this ball would have definitely cleared. But you can see again in review, there's this extra bounce and just hurries him a bit. He's not able to free his arms completely and ends up finding the fielder.
Good observation there, Prasada. Yes, you are right. With that extra bounce, he wasn't able to clear the boundary as he had intended to. And one thing also, good fielding placement by the captain. Sachin Devji bowling his third, 11 runs so far conceded from his 2 overs.
This is one great prospect, Sachin Shiani, but having said that, good fielding. Good fielding stops.
Good football skills there from...
Seems to have impressed you. Seems to have impressed you with his football skills, Dan?
Yes. Watch again. There he goes. Realizes he can't get down and decides, let me do my football skill and... that wasn't what was required.
Unfortunately, Sachin has been little away from his line in this over. He's a very good young lad. Good head above his shoulders. Great prospect for Kenyan cricket. This boy has certainly impressed me with his skills in terms of the recently concluded NPL tournament. How he's been doing well for the Division 1 team of Kachileva Patel Samaj. Sachin, that's yet another shot. This over doesn't seem to be working for Sachin Shiani. And Samar decides to go for the charge. Lefty batsman going for the charge. We can see a little replica of how Nitin Arvind yesterday went after Yash Chavan. But eventually, Yash seems to have had the last laugh. But in this, it would be interesting to see how Sachin is going to come back. He's got He's a strong-willed player. He's definitely going to come back strongly. Another length delivery, and I don't think it's going to help his cause at all. He is off the mark. Now he's under enormous pressure. Remember, he's a young boy. I'm sure a lot of thought would be coming into his mind. He was hit for a boundary, 2 runs, 6 followed by another 6. Now it would be very interesting. A lot of thoughts would be going in his head, butterfly in his stomach. Now it would be very interesting how the captain needs to go up to him and talk to him and make sure that he's able to deliver where he wants to do it next delivery. It will be quite interesting to see. Good comeback. And also good cricket from Samar Gajjar. He decides, but he goes for the second run. This is something which has been the hallmark of this tournament. I am superbly impressed with the running between the wickets, not just of one team, but every team in general. They have realized that they should not be leaving any chance of getting an extra single or an extra double, and that's exactly what they've been doing. Straight down the ground. What a drive that is. Fielder tries to cut it, but goes past the fielder. Yet another 4 runs. Very, very, very expensive over done in the context of the game. Could this be the over that would have changed the game in the favor of Hariom Titans?
That has been a very, very big over there. Already 24 runs in that over. That is big. It's been a very big over. It's an over that the skipper and the coach didn't expect that to happen. 24 is quite a big big runs here this particular time. Now,
and what has this done is straight away it has pulled the net run rate, required run rate, to 4.88
from 7.
Absolutely. And this has completely sucked up the pressure from Hariom Titans. And Samar Gajjar looks quite set. He's playing a fantastic, great cameo here. 34 runs from 16 delivery. What a cameo he's been playing. And this invariably reduces the pressure on Neeraj Patel, who nudges the ball, takes a leading edge, but there's no slip in plays. By the time the third man cuts it, it would be yet another single added to the total of Hariom Titans. They are just almost approaching the 100-run mark with just 1 run behind.
Yes, now, again, that leaves me the question, asking myself a question of what is the safest score if you bat first?
Well, in the context of the game that happened yesterday, I did tell you 152 runs were chased comfortably in 18 overs by the chasing team. Now, you're seeing here again that the chasing team seems to be having the upper edge here. And all the other teams watching, their captains, their coaches and the management are going to be extremely encouraged and motivated to chase.
Yeah, with that comes up 100 mark for Hariom Titans, needing 37 from 46 balls. Neeraj Patel facing his second ball. He's just been watching the last 10 or so balls. Samar Gajjar doing the work. Tried to bounce it, but kept a bit low for a dot ball, much needed dot ball. 37 from 45 balls, needing required run rate 4.93. That is that previous over was a big blow to them, to Purple Cap.
Absolutely done. Couldn't have agreed more with you. Certainly a game-changing over. Unfortunately, not the greatest of days for Sachin Shiani, but he's a young lad. He definitely is going to be learning from this, and he's going to come back stronger. We've always seen him delivering for his captain. It's a rare failure, if I have to put it that way, from the young Sachin Shiani. Unfortunately for the Purple Caps, they do not have the cushion of extra 15-20 runs that they would have expected to get. the way they were cruising at one stage. Quick wickets in quick succession and falling of partnerships, and great bowling from Mahendra Shiani made sure that they restrict the purple cap to less than 150.
I think the dismissal of the skipper and Tambe came in at the wrong time. At least the keeper got out maybe 2 overs early. Had he stayed there, then we will be talking about something different. But all in all, as you said, kudos to the bowlers from Hariom Titans. Bowlers done with 13 overs. Hariom Titans are on 102 for 3.
Look at the wagon worm. Look at the worm creeping up, the blue worm going above the orange one as they are approaching the fag end of the innings.
If you look at it, they've not lost. The blue team has lost 3 wickets more. A wicket more because at this particular time, after 13 overs, Purple Cap had lost about 2 wickets. They lost 2 wickets, but now we're witnessing Hariom Titans have lost 3, and the captain comes in to bowl his last. I think this is the time for him to come. If he can get 1 or 2 wickets in his last over, then leave the other job to be done by your other bowlers. It will be a good thing. There's no good time for him to come than this.
As Hariom Titans, they would be looking forward to just play Azaz Kotaria off. They know Azaz has got only 1 over to go. If they could still manage to get 5 runs or 6 runs from this over without giving him any wicket, I'm sure Hariom Titans would be very happy, because they know that they do not have any run rate pressure. And with the experience of the captain himself, Neeraj Patel, and Samar Gajjar, who's looking quite set, I don't expect anything silly from either of them in this over.
Putting pressure, and Kate being put on pressure there, but lucky they only managed to get a single. Samar Gajjar making all the difference here, has proved that he's capable of getting the boundary at ease. Stepping out and connects it for yet another boundary there.
What a lovely looking shot from Samar Gajjar. You were just talking about his class and classy way of playing. Steps down, picks the length early, creates room, flashes the bat completely, and the ball sails past the boundary over the covers. Samarth Gajjar is a professional player. He plays for the Kachileva A team, and he's displaying his class. Now yet another straight hit, straight past Azaz Kotaria. He is not looking at the bowler. It doesn't matter to him if it's Azaz Kotaria or Mitchell Johnson. He's just going to go after the bowling. He looks set, and he is not going to leave any stone unturned to make sure that his team is finishing early enough and getting not just the point but also a healthy run rate.
You are right, with the tournament of 8 teams, you expect that time will come when the run rate will come in handy. And so for him, he knows that, and
the ball stops on him a little bit. This is exactly what Raj was mentioning earlier, the change of pace, the not just bowling your stock deliveries, trying to use the variations, trying to mix your slower deliveries, mix the cutters, and this is exactly what Azaz has done. He's done quite well for his team in the first 3 overs, but some great hitting and great batting by Samar Gajjar has spoiled the figures for Azaz Kotaria in this over. finds the gap again. Now it's Neeraj Patel, the captain himself, joining the party. He realizes that Samar has been quite effective stepping down the track, because they've realized that Ejaz has been trying to hit the deck. Both of them, what they did is he really observed Samar creating some room and hitting towards the extra cover. Now he creates room, goes a little away from the leg stump, creates room and frees his arms between the covers and the extra cover fielder. And the moment it has left his bat, it had 4 runs written all over it.
That was a big over. Azaz Kotaria finishing his spell of 4 overs with 2 wickets for 31 runs. Harioms, they are on the driving seat here. I'm sure they are happy lot, needing 20 from 36 balls with 7 wickets in hand.
I believe they are bringing in their ace bowler, Atharv Patil. But I fear it might just be is it a little too late for the for the purple cap? They just need 20 runs and Samar Gajjar looks set. It would be interesting to see how he's going to approach Atharv Patil in his second spell. What a shot! What a lovely looking shot! It can't get better than this, ladies and gentlemen. This is sheer power, sheer class. Extension of the arms. He saw it was outside the off stump. Full delivery. Clears the front leg and hits it past the extra cover region for a massive 6. Samar seems to be in some sort of a hurry. He wants to have his dinner fast. He wants to go back home and sleep fast. He is entertaining the crowd here. The crowd in the stadium has come live. This man, Samar Gajjar, what a cameo. As we speak, he goes after the bowling again. This is yet another lofted shot. He is going helter-skelter here. He is bringing the crowd and the entire stadium on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, Samar Gajjar, he is playing one hell of an innings here and bringing the whole game alive and doing it the best way for Hariom Titans.
Yes, that is the best way for him to wrap it up. He is really proving that he's a professional by the way, the kind of shots he's playing, how he's taking on the bowlers, how he's making it difficult for the captain to adjust his field. You could see now Patil trying to make changes. I won't want to say that it's a little too late, but he's already created that damage. He's done all the work. 13 from 34.
Neeraj wants to play his shots as well. He realizes that they are almost inching at the brink of getting that 2 points on the table. He knows that they are almost on the brink of victory. So he wants to join the party and play his shots. And why not? He's allowed to do that. Because the man who's standing on his non-striker, Samar Gajjar, has played one of the best cameos that we have seen in the tournament so far. Keeping his name. What a shot! Full toss. Given the punishment that it deserves. A lofty shot over the point fielder. And it had 4 runs written all over it. That brings them to just 9 runs more. That is needed of them to be able to get a victory on the board.
Good piece of fielding by the fielders outside the boundary. At least it just shows that they're really enjoying the match and they've remained attentive. Because I'm just worried that had they not been watching what is happening, then we'll have been having a different case, because the ball just went straight to where they were seated. So good piece of fielding from the spectators there.
See, this is the reason I see this game has moved on the way it has. is because Hariom Titans have always built partnership. They've never lost too many wickets. They always made sure that they were building those smaller partnerships, which was not the case. Steps out, trying to hit it over the extra cover fielder. White signals the umpire. This over has already been another expensive over. 12 runs from this over. Bringing with that extra, Hariom Titans are 1 inch, 1 step closer to getting those 2 points on the table.
8 needed from 31 balls. We could say this is dusted.
A big heave. Gets an edge. Goes towards the third man who comfortably collects it. And that brings us to the end of 15 overs. Score moves to 130 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Hariom Titans needing only 7 more runs from 30 balls. We have been entertained. The crowd has been entertained to some exuberant, belligerent batting from none other than Samar Gajjar. Ladies and gentlemen, what an entertainment, what an entertainer he has been this evening at the iconic venue of Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj Cricket Ground.
Nilakash Tambe coming into ball is second. The first one was a big one for him, conceding 15. Now coming in, it's only few runs.
Hit hard. Goes to the long off fielder who throws it back. Now, what is Samar thinking? Is he going to hit another 6? Would he finish this game off with a 6er? I have a feeling he might just decide to go after Tambe. And I feel if Tambe is, this could be his favorite shot, a slog sweep. He was going for it.
You are right, you saw it,
He was
Ali.
almost going down his knees. But he just did not find enough room to go after it. Tambe realizes that he might go for the slog sweep. Darting is in, hitting it. And if you realize, he's not bowling like an off spinner. He's holding to his seam, bowling like a slow medium pacer, bringing it in, not giving any room to Samar Gajjar to hit him for a 6.
He knows what Gajjar is capable of doing and just trying maybe to delay the end of conclusion of this match. But it's a single there, almost a miss fumble there. We're getting us into 4 runs from 25 balls.
Will he finish with a 4? Will he hit a 6? Will he take a single? Lots of permutations and combinations right now. Foolish delivery. He goes for the slog sweep. Interesting to see. Will it go all the way? Unfortunately, not to be the case. He finds the fielder. And unfortunately, Samarth will have to walk back. What has happened? The fielder is not celebrating. Is it?
He knows it's little too late, and that's why he feels that there's nothing to celebrate about it, about that wicket. He knows he fails the damage that Gajjar has created to them, and so he feels that actually there's nothing to celebrate about.
The crowd and his own teammates giving him a standing ovation. Why not? He deserves every bit of it, ladies and gentlemen. What a cameo from Samar Gajjar. He has brought the crowd alive. He has brought the whole stadium alive with a flurry of shots from his side. He's hit across extra covers. He's hit straight past the bowler. He's hit towards the mid-wicket. If you run his wagon wheel, you can see him playing shots all around the ground. He's entertained the crowd and he deserves every bit of standing ovation from his team. If it has to be one player who's thoroughly entertained the whole day, it has to be Samar Gajjar.
Vishal Bujani is the batsman number 6. Nilakash Tambe picking a wicket there for 18 runs, considering only 3 runs in that over. Tusha Vagani always smiling, always a happy man.
Looks like Samar's innings has even made him happy.
Yeah, he's happy coming into bowl at this time now.
An appeal here. Umpire signals towards the third umpire. We have a review for a run out.
The decision has been made. From your screen you could see is out.
The umpire has given, the decision has been made. It is out without even facing a ball. Unfortunately, Vishal Bujani will have to walk back, take a long walk back to his pavilion. Some great fielding from Ankit Ashani. Good collection and followed up with a good throw. And unfortunately, Vishal will have to walk back to his pavilion. And that brings in Krish Haria, the next batsman. Purple Caps making it difficult for Hariom Titans, Dan, to score the final 4 runs.
I wish this match can give us a different turn here. They are just hoping that they're going to get 5 wickets. Niraj Patel on 14. Krisharia coming in. 4 runs required from 23 balls. Tushar Vegani yet to consider runner. The first runner that he was to consider, resulting into a run out to get out Vishal Bujani for a duck without facing any ball.
Krish Haria, young lad, plays for the Swami Bappa team. Great fielder. Good thinking head above his shoulders. Tries, always likes to play down, hitting those 1s and 2s. Good running between the wickets. Good fielder. Earlier he had taken good couple of catches you've seen. He's a handy off spinner too. Room offered, tries to slash it. Unfortunately, goes straight to the fielder. But I don't think at this point in time there would be any amount of panic in the dressing room of Hariom Titans. They know they are well poised. They've got almost 5 wickets in hand. All they need to do is just to get the single. It's skied it up. Lucky enough, it went past the slip fielder. That's a single, and that brings Neeraj Patel, the experienced Neeraj Patel, who's already on 14 runs from 13 deliveries. He would like to finish this off.
Tushavegani bowled so well, conceding only 1 run in this over.
Would the captain be contemplating as to why did he not bring him early? As we speak, it could be the commentator's curse that he bowls a full toss, given the full treatment by Neeraj Patel, hitting it, sweeping it, slog sweep all the way for a big 6, finishes it off in style for his team, the captain of Hariom Titans. And with that, Hariom Titans had made sure that they get the much needed 2 points, opening their account. From the combox here, this is Prasad and Dunn signing off for the day. We'll see you again tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, for yet another game at the Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj, Nairobi. Good evening, good night, Shubhratri.
the Match award goes to Mahendra Shiani. The highest number of sixes in this match goes to Samar Gajjar. The most number of dot balls of 12 dot balls in this match goes to, once again, Mahendra Shiani. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Join us tomorrow for match number 6 between HH Swami Bappa and Nairobi Capitals at 7 p.m.